got it? Like, Jackie, that zooms and all that, right? Yeah. Jackie, you sent it. Yeah, I put them all. Yeah, those teachers and stuff. I didn't know what you said.
No, they let me use their spots. Got it. Opened up 2 spots and said, here, you can take this one.
Wow, you were lucky. They gave her one of the spot, opened up a spot for her. She comes in here. She's lucky. You were no. Okay, ask her to take this. Yeah, but you're not going to see because you got to zoom things so far away.
It's like an old TV.
Is that taping? Can you not talk?
Oh, there are programs. That ain't that one.
Yeah. we're supposed to go spirals. Bravia. The highest
Everybody would please stand for the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, I am pleased to introduce the Waldock High School Band under the direction of Miss Innes to lead us in the national anthem. At this time, I would like to introduce the President of the National Honor Society, Allie Reynolds, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Allie. Graduates and guests, please be seated. Members of the Board of Education. Board of Education President, Mrs. Monaco. Vice President, Mrs. McClafferty. Trustees, Mr. Fry, Mrs. Levine, Mr. Marrow, Dr. Novelli, and Mr. Orlac. Mayor Giordano and members of the Town Council. Dr. Casarico, Mr. Clancy, esteemed faculty, staff, parents, friends, and graduates. It is my pleasure to officially start the graduation ceremony for the class of 2015. Tonight, we celebrate the class of 2015, which is the 50th graduating class of Waldwick High School. To the graduates, you have worked hard for this day, and I hope you embrace it and embrace it and enjoy your accomplishments. As I prepared for tonight, the one thing that kept coming into my head was, what a great group of young men and women we have graduating tonight. Yes, that's the truth. You have always been focused, handled difficult times, come together as classmates, friends, and Warrior Nation. Over the years, you have found your way, some later than others, but talking with you and seeing you grow, I have such high hopes for your future. It's not just the colleges you have been accepted to, the awards you have received, or the scholarship money you have been offered, which, by the way, for the class of 2015, that number is $8.4 million. I believe in you, and I know most of you know what path you want to take as you prepare for your future. You have the tools to be successful because of your hard work and the adults that have been in your life for the past 18 to 19 years. Your teachers, parents, family, friends have all played a part in your development. Go out and be you. Dr. Seuss said it best. Be who you are and say what you mean, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Not much more can be said about your accomplishments and the bright future that is ahead of you, but I want to leave you with one message. Don't try to be perfect. College is going to be a whole new experience with more pressure and less support than you've ever experienced. Keep the people around you that you know you can count on, and share your accomplishments, and more importantly, share your struggles. Your family, friends, teachers, principals, youth group leaders, whoever it may be. Keep those relationships going and use them when you need them most. You have the tools to be successful. Take advantage of opportunities and go out and own it. The class of 2015 is ready to move on. Along their journey, many people have impacted their lives. At this time, I would like to ask all the faculty from all schools within the district to please stand. On behalf of the class of 2015, I say thank you for all you have done to help mold us, guide us, and always be there for us. We want you to know you have made a difference in our lives, and you will not be forgotten. Thank you. To the families of the class of 2015, you have raised some amazing young men and women. You should be extremely proud of them. And I know they will continue to represent you and the Waldwick community with excellence and class wherever their future plans take them. In addition to our 114 graduates, we have one Waldwick High School staff member moving on to the next chapter of his life. Mr. Pepe, good luck with your new position, and remember, you will always be part of Warrior Nation. Thank you for all you've done for the students of Waldwick High School. On a sad note, we suffered a loss this year with the passing of Mrs. Pagano. Mrs. Pagano gave the past 25 years to Waldwick High School and always did right by her students. Mrs. Pagano, you will be missed. To end, graduates, I want to leave you with a quote. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will be successful. Good luck in the future, and thank you for the memories. At this time, I would like to call upon our salutatorian of the class of 2015. He is graduating with a 4.69 grade point average and will be attending Cornell University. Jesse has been a member of the Community Garden Club, track team, established our fitness club, and a member of the National Honor Society. Jesse plans to study environmental science at Cornell. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the salutatorian of the class of 2015, Jesse Martens.
Thanks, Mr. Carroll. This is pretty crazy right now. Really don't think I'm up here right now, but let's just roll with it, all right. Before I start, first and foremost, I gotta give it up to some people that have been so important in my life. First off, my family, Mom, Dad, Ryan, Eric, Kelly, Grandpa, Uncle Henry. You guys mean so much to me, and I love you all so much. Mom and Dad, I would be nowhere without your wisdom keeping me in check, and unless I really mess this speech up, you can finally breathe easy because all your sons graduate high school. Ryan and Eric, you guys are the best role models I could ever ask for, and I know you guys really care about me because Eric, you flew in from California, and Ryan, you cut your hair for the occasion. Also, I can't go on without thanking Mr. Carroll and Mr. Clancy. Thank you guys for everything. I know sometimes you guys might have lost faith in me. Maybe you still don't have faith in me, but at least this graduation was in the morning, so you know I'd be here on time. And also, I got to give it up to the Board of Education, Ms. Monaco, Dr. Casarico, and all the administration and faculty. Thank you guys for all being such awesome people. I know sometimes it seems like we students don't appreciate you when we're complaining about how we want to leave because it's too hot, or checking our phones to see when class ends because the clocks don't work. But really going to such a small school, there's a closeness between the teachers and the students that I don't think exists anywhere else. You guys have been our friends and our mentors for 4 years, and please feel fulfilled in your career because you're making a difference every day. So thank you guys. So now for that speech I wrote. I want to do something a little bit different for this, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and hopefully I won't get too emotional, but bear with me if I shed a few tears along the way. It is such a blessing to be able to speak for the class of 2015 as we turn the next page. But to be honest, for a while I had no idea what I was going to say upon this stage. Since freshman year, I had dreamed about the opportunity to be standing up here, speaking to my family and peers, giving my final thoughts of graduation as we commence our next years. But when today began to near and I still didn't have a speech I felt was worthy to preach up here, it was easy to deduce that my inability to produce something I was proud of was in large part due to my fears. Fears that had arisen because since freshman year, I built the expectation that what I would relate to you today at graduation had to be perfect in every way. That I had to make a declaration so inspirational, a speech so motivational that even if I were to have given it at school during a senior cut day, the class of 2015 would come to class to hear it and would stay. So when I realized I could not find such an ideal sequence of words, that when in comparison to my expectations, any potential topics for this speech felt absurd, I was dismayed and afraid of the frustration I felt in not being able to create the perfect farewell that I feel my peers deserve. It took me more than a few days of writer's block and stagnation to come upon the revelation that it was my quest for perfection that was causing me paralysis and lost patience. It was my inability to accept that I could not write the best speech of all time that was causing me to write nothing at all in a week's time. In reality, only when I finally rid myself of this burden of ideality was I able to take action rather than idly fearing failure and experiencing a lack of personal satisfaction. Because in truth, I believe what we do every day is but a fraction of what we could achieve if we merely accepted imperfection and gave no heed to the majority's reaction. We are a creative species with innovative feats. See, we instinctually act through self-expression, but each of us will eventually react to the negativity of others' impressions because we are afraid to fail. We are afraid to fail because those who fail, we are told, don't achieve wealth and success. So subsequently, no matter how much stress it may cause, society urges us to accept nothing less than being the best. I love my friends, but too often I submit to personal criticisms and what others suggest. I love school, but I've never felt it acceptable to receive an F even if I took a tenable risk on that failed test. Hence, it's unquestionable that we're susceptible to the world's requests. That over the years we become so aware of imperfection that eventually our creativity and desire to act independently becomes suppressed. We are taught that competence is synonymous with opulence, and when the dominant postulate is that to be anomalous is to fail, everything else in comparison pales. Because being perfect isn't making your own path. It's just taking the least imperfect beaten trail. Look, through this speech, I'm not trying to present myself with piety. I'm not trying to deplore society, encourage selfish ideology, or ignore reality. But exactly the contrary. We cannot fear the expectations of others because they will make us fearful to act unilaterally at times when it is completely necessary. We need to have both the independence and audacity to accept what others perceive as failure, because sometimes failure is inevitably a reality of reaching our intellectual and creative capacity. But how do we as humans go about rejecting perfection? How do we conquer the broken notion that our choices in life might be right only if we face no objection? Well, what if we didn't listen to what we're told is correct? What if we found what's right for us through personal reflection? What if instead of looking outwardly for the best, we found excellence in ourselves, found growth in creating our own goals and pushing past our previously perceived limits in a way that betters our health? The best way to free yourself the burden of perfection, I believe, is to stop trying to be the best and to start being the best you can be. To stop worrying about how your actions will be received and to start acting based on what you feel and what you believe. Indeed, simply be the best you can to yourself, to the world, and to those in need, and I can guarantee that you'll feel relief from what you thought you needed to be, and freedom in your actions and creativity. And additionally, you'll probably be a lot more happy. I don't want to digress, but what does the repression of self-expression cause but a penchant for stress? Because it's more or less hard to count your blessings when you're wrestling with the preconception that you have to impress, and it's hard to convalesce from depression when your perceived shortcomings only coalesce. Simply expressed, life is so beautiful, so unfathomably beautiful. But when happiness feels unusual and our minds oppressed, we fail to see how amazing it is to be alive on this earth, breathing in this moment. We fail to appreciate our own self-worth and how much we are each blessed. So if you've been blind to how amazing living is because you're blinded by your stress, lift yourself of that burden. Don't live to perfect. Look, I think each of us can testify to a time where we've been so consumed by our shortcomings that we've struggled to find the solace that's present in each of our lives. And if that time is right now, just ask yourself why. Why is it that if you can look yourself in the mirror before you go to sleep and know that you were the best you could be, why are you cracking like a high school window, feeling frustrated and incomplete? Why is everything so worthy of awe feeling so obsolete? Trying to be perfect only impedes. It breeds dissatisfaction and feelings of inadequacy when we only have one life, a life that's meant to be enjoyed, a life where contentment and love are our rights and our needs. So just stop trying to be perfect. Stop thinking you're not because you are worth it. Because happiness is not like the high school Wi-Fi. It shouldn't be a secret word. Happiness should be as obvious in our lives as whoever put those signs in the courtyard. Happiness isn't like our spring pep rally because it should happen. So take your fear of failure one notch down, class of 2015, and as we take our next steps, let's take some action. But in all seriousness, class of 2015, you guys are all such amazing people. I love you all so much. Between all the memories we've made and all the mistakes, and everything that happens when 100 kids hang out in the same building together for 7 years, I don't regret any of it. And just knowing that we all grew up and matured together as students and as people, I mean, that's really a bond that we're not going to share with anybody else going forward. So after this graduation, guys, please just enjoy life as much as I hope you did hanging out here in Walden for all this time. Enjoy life to the fullest. It's your right. And when life brings you down, don't fret over being ideal. Don't become oppressed by something you feel you have to do because everybody is telling you to. Be an individual. Express yourself freely and creatively and simply be the best person you can be to yourself, to the world, and to others. Don't try to be the best. And if you do that, guys, I really believe you'll all find that freedom and that beauty in life. That majesty and that serenity that is sometimes seldom seen but always there. Be yourself and appreciate every breath you take. It's not a perfect message, but that's okay with me. And one more thing before I go. Let's go Walden! Let's go Walden! Let's go Walden! Thank you guys so much. It's been awesome, all right?
Thank you, Jesse. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I give you the senior members of the Waldwick High School Chorus and Drama Club. Holly Corkhill, Nicole Estelle, Serena Greco, Caitlin Marsden, Kelsey Meyer, Cara Montella, Brianna Rigo, Heather Zambardi. Under the direction of Ms. Beth Servant.
There's nowhere else that I'd rather be. Tell everybody I'm on my way. I'm loving every step I take. The sun beating down, yes, I'm on my way. And I can't keep this smile off my face. There's nothing like seeing each other again, no matter what the distance between. And the stories that we tell will make you smile. Oh, it really lifts my heart. So tell them all I'm on my way. New friends and new places to see. To sleep under the stars, who could ask for more? The moon keeping watch over me. The snow and not the rain would change my mind. The sun will come out, wait and see. And the feeling of the wind in your face will lift your heart. Oh, there's nowhere I would rather be. I'm on my way now, well and truly. I'm on my way now. Tell everybody I'm on my way. I just can't wait to be there. Blue skies ahead, yes, I'm on my way. Nothing but good times to share. So tell everybody I'm on my way. I just can't wait to be home. Sun beating down, yes, I'm on my way. And nothing but good times to show. I'm on my way. Yes, I'm on my way.
Thank you, Ms. Irwin and seniors. And now I would like to call upon our valedictorian of the class of 2015. She is graduating with a 4.74 grade point average and will be attending Rutgers University in the fall to study biological sciences. This year, Kara was the drum major for the marching band, selected to play in the Bergen County Band, as well as the North Jersey Region 1 Symphonic Band. For the past 4 years, Kara has been involved with the Drama Club, Student Council. She is also an active member of the National Honor Society. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to introduce to you and bring to the podium the valedictorian of the class of 2015, Kara Montella.
Good evening, Dr. Casarico, Mr. Carroll, Mr. Clancy, distinguished faculty, members of the Board of Education, family, friends, and fellow graduates of the class of 2015. I am honored to speak before you all today. In an essay concerning human understanding, the famous 17th century philosopher John Locke describes the mind at birth as a tabula rasa, which, when translated from Latin, means scraped tablet or blank slate. Locke was a firm believer in experience shaping an individual over their innate qualities. He believed that we as humans are born as blank slates, or white paper void of all characters. In other words, the stories of our lives just weren't written yet. Throughout our lives, we fill the blank pages with people, places, experiences, friendships, tears, laughter, broken hearts, and memories. The good moments, as well as the bad, are the words on the page that make our story. A change in my story happened right before I entered high school. At the end of 8th grade, I looked at my schedule and discovered that I was placed in Art 1, a class that I did not sign up for. I immediately went to my mom and told her I didn't want to take the class. When she asked me why I didn't want to be in it, I told her that I wasn't creative and couldn't handle art at a high school level. I convinced myself that I wasn't good enough because I never received any accolades of praise in my artwork from elementary school and middle school, except for my grandma, and I didn't believe her at the time. It turned out I couldn't transfer out of art, but it's probably one of the best things that has happened for me. I was extremely apprehensive on the first day of school that year. I sighed, crossed my fingers, and hoped for the best. After a few weeks of art, I realized it wasn't bad at all. I actually loved it. I grew to realize that art, and the arts in general, are usually open to interpretation. They are not constricted by such strict rules like other subjects, such as math and science. The arts aren't really governed by concrete facts. There are rules to art, but sometimes they can be broken. Walt Whitman is the first poet credited with writing free verse. He broke the strict rules of poetry, such as rhyme scheme, form, and syllable patterns. Now, he is known as the father of free verse. Just like in the arts, there are rules in life we need to follow, yet sometimes breaking one can pay off. Right now, most of us have an idea of what we want to do with our future. I can say from personal experience that my future changed halfway through high school. For the longest time, I was set on being a music teacher like my mom. After taking a few more in-depth science classes, such as biology and chemistry, I realized that I loved the inquisitive nature of science and wanted to pursue it as a career. A lot of scientific discoveries come from learning that a law we believe to be true is actually false, or doesn't apply to every situation. There are boundaries in life that aren't as rigid as we think they are. Sometimes we just have to take the first step. Trying something that you think you're not good at can allow you to find a new passion. During my time in art class, I realized that a lot of creativity is about personality. Everyone expresses themselves in different ways. In some ways, the blank slate we start out as when we are children is like a canvas. How each of us paints and fills up the space will be different. Some of us will use blues and purples, while others will use reds and oranges. Some of us might not even use paint. We could fill up our canvases with crayon, tape, markers, or even chalk pastels. The point is, no two canvases will ever be the same. Everyone is different, and the way we choose to fill our canvas is what makes us who we are as individuals. In a way, when we all head off into the real world next year, we have a new blank section of our canvas to fill. We are starting all over again. It's our chance to seize opportunities that come to us and to grow. I wound up taking art all 4 years of high school, and it taught me a couple of things. One, I needed to believe in myself a little bit more. I think confidence is an extremely important factor of success. If we don't respect and believe in ourselves, how can anyone else? Two, I needed to let the people around me help me out a little bit more. Something I really enjoyed about art was taking suggestions and sometimes constructive criticism from my friends. I believe that by relying on family and friends, we achieve that ever-crucial support system. So many psychological studies have proved that a support system is important for maintaining good physical and emotional health. Finally, I needed to work hard. Not everything comes naturally to all of us, and hard work will make up the difference. With confidence in yourself, accepting help from others, and working hard, you can learn a great deal from something you were initially skeptical about. As we leave high school and transition from this phase in our lives, there are still many things we have to figure out. Considering we are only 18 years old, there are many blank spaces of our canvas that are still left to be filled. Famous American figure Mark Twain once said, "The two most important days of your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why." Not all of us have found our why, or have figured out what we are doing with our lives, or what our futures will look like. We still have plenty of time to fill up our canvases, however we choose. Congratulations and good luck to the class of 2015. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. At this time, I am pleased to introduce the President of the Walden Board of Education, Mrs. Dawn Monaco.
Those are tough to follow. Good evening, parents, faculty members, administration, Mayor Giordano, members of the council, and fellow board trustees. On behalf of the Waldwick Board of Education, I would like to thank Mr. Carroll and the staff of Waldwick High School for this wonderful evening, and I would like to welcome you all for the graduation ceremony of the Waldwick High School class of 2015. Graduates, tonight you will be embarking on one of your first major milestones in life. To some of us on this podium, Mr. Marrow and former board trustee and mayor Buddy Litchelt, you are not only students graduating from Waldwick High School, you are also our children. Students, you have accomplished many great things during your 4 years at Waldwick High School, and you should be very proud of yourselves. There has been much work on the part of you, your parents, and the staff at Waldwick High School to get you to this point. What you have gained here will stay with you throughout your life. No matter where you go and what you do, Waldwick High School will always remain a part of you. I once read a quote, "The man who makes the journey has been shaped by every day and every person along the way," and it resonated with me. It certainly applies to all of you. You've made your 4-year journey through high school, and think about how much you've changed in those 4 years. Think about what you've learned from your teachers, your friends, your principal, your club advisors, your coaches. Every class you took, every essay you wrote, every exam you studied for shaped you. Every friendship you made, every sport or activity or club you were involved with shaped you. All of that has shaped you into the person you are today. During your time here at Waldwick High School, you've been a member of Warrior Nation. You may not have realized it, but by being in Warrior Nation, you were learning how to support each other, encourage each other, believe in each other. Warrior Nation shaped you. Hashtag own it. You see it everywhere. On the walls, in your emails, in social media. Mr. Carroll must use it at least 100 times a day. But have you thought about what that really means? Your journey of owning it started here at Waldwick High School. Whether it was a report you wrote, a competition you participated in, or a relationship you had, taking responsibility for the outcome no matter what it is. Let hashtag own it continue to be part of your journey as you move through your life. Decisions you make in life will form your future, bringing you closer to the person you are meant to become. You're not kids anymore, you're young adults, having to make decisions as you move forward. And when you make those life decisions, own them. Because regardless of the outcome, you alone will be responsible. It won't always be easy. When you're faced with something difficult you'd rather avoid, something that takes you out of your comfort zone, and you stand strong and persevere, that's what truly counts in life. That's what defines you, and that's hashtag own it. So graduates, on behalf of the Waldwick Board of Education, hashtag congratulations class of 2015.
I'm not going to lie, I love the hashtag. Thank you. Now I'd like to call upon our educational leader of the Waldwick Public Schools, our superintendent, Dr. Casarico.
Good evening, parents, relatives, friends, Board of Education trustees, Mayor Giordano, members of the Town Council, Mr. Carroll, Mr. Clancy, faculty, and most importantly to the class of 2015. The challenge of a graduation speech is to try to find a way to appropriately encapsulate all that you have accomplished the past 13 years. Whether it be learning to read and count to 100, moving from Velcro and finally be able to tie your own shoelaces, to assimilating with kids from the other side of town in a new school, and somehow coming out unscathed from those awkward preteen years, where you successfully learned to navigate hallways, the internet, and social media, to the past 4 years of many impressive academic, athletic, artistic, and community service, awards, recognitions, and championships. The class of 2015, your achievements are many and quite impressive. And this is one of the great things about graduations. Graduations afford you with the opportunity to pause and reflect, about each of your individual journeys and gain an appreciation for what you have individually accomplished. To all the people in the audience that were product of the 1980s, you may remember the following sage advice from Ferris Bueller. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around every once in a while, you could miss it. So over the coming weeks, take some time to reflect on what you have done the past 13 years, taking pride in your hard work and determination, but also with the knowledge that the exciting thing is that this is really just the beginning of the great things you are all capable of accomplishing. Which brings me to what I believe is the second important aspect of graduation ceremonies. Graduations give us motivation and direction for the future. Borrowing a quote from Orrin Hatch, there is a good reason they call these ceremonies commencement exercises. Graduation is not the end, it is the beginning. While to date your path has been rather linear, with you pretty much knowing what the next grade or step in life was going to bring, next year will bring many experiences and opportunities. Believe it or not, there is a big world outside of Waltham. So seize the opportunity to explore and learn and move out your comfort zone and try something new and different. You may be adventurous enough to take on a position in a new and different town and even have to give a commencement speech. If you do, I wish you the welcome and support that I have received this year from an unbelievably supportive community, a dedicated Board of Education, devoted faculty, and most impressive and active and highly accomplished student body. So thank you for everyone for making my first year in district such a great experience. And while it would be great if from this class there are future doctors, educators, politicians, or even selfishly, a meteorologist to assist me in tracking winter snowstorms, no matter where each of your paths lead, I challenge you to make positive history every day with your actions. Remember, history is not the story you read, it is the one you write. Go forward now with confidence and without trepidation. You are a warrior, therefore no challenge is too big. Again, thank you and congratulations to the class of 2015, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next three formal declarations made by myself as principal of Waldwick High School, Dr. Casarico as superintendent of schools, and Mrs. Monaco as president of the Waldwick Board of Education will precede the conferral of the diplomas. Dr. Casarico, is fine. At this time, it is both an honor and a privilege to present the 114 members of the class of 2015. To the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Casarico, and I declare that the candidates seated before you have met all the necessary requirements for graduation as established by the Waldwick Board of Education and the State of New Jersey. Dr. Casarico, I proudly present to you the Waldwick High School class of 2015.
Superintendent of schools, and with pride in the achievement, success, and obvious potential of each of these Waldwick High School students, it is my privilege to certify to the President and the entire Board of Education the eligibility of the candidates present for their high school diplomas.
By the power vested in me as President of the Board of Education, I am honored to declare that the candidates present are eligible to receive their high school diplomas from the State of New Jersey and the Waldwick School District and are entitled to all privileges pursuant to their issuance. With pride and celebration, the superintendent, the principal, and I will now award the diplomas.
At this time, I'd like to ask Mrs. Terzini and Mr. Nochesi, who will read the graduates' names.
Julia Montanera. Nicole Lauren Estelle. Caitlin Ullman. Liana Kirkello. Melanie Ramirez. Michaela Lee Peterson. Linda Buffington. Catherine Dagelman. Ada Reyes. Brianna Sanchez. Matthew Mahoney.
Way to go, Matt.
Jeremy Zalkis. Michael Bennett. Patrick Brown. Griffin Woods. Andrew Fucarino. Nina Fawzi. Devin Maida. Richard Burke. John Pellick. Serena Greco. Holly Jean Corco. Marissa Santo. Natalia Bastante. Michelle Rita Orsino. Alexandra Levine. Erin Ann Archer. Molly Ann Lamino. Morgan Ann Hurley. Carly Thompson. Jesse Martens. Colin Syracusa. Kyle Wanamaker. Luke Thurchek. Anthony Kim. Tyler Jacklin. Peter Bernhard. Matthew Sanseverino. Christos Peluso. Joseph Brainy. Kelly Moan. Colleen Moran. Jamie Petronic. Nicole Keneally. Zhaozheng Feng. John Riley. Nicholas Reuter. Ian Campbell. Mark Pospisil. John Folco. Christopher Ravello. Nicholas Van Ness. Ryan Seamus. Matthew Palmieri. Sammy Morad. Jamie Coben. Kyle Clarito.
I have
Luis Amaya. Michael Amoroso. Christopher Comgian. Adam Calora. Dean Avignano. Sean Marrow. Michael Salmony. Andrew Heimson. Daniel Delgado. Garrett Tom. Brianna Rago. Heather Zambardi. Olivia Aligo. Janine Gellis. Olivia Tamouche. Carly Tyson. Melissa DePaula. Sarah Scalfari. Sabrina Forte. Cara Montella. Ryan Townsend. Armando Gonzalez. Michael DePaula. Curtis Cathy. Christopher Cameron. Christopher D'Alessandro. Alex Miernenko. Paul Giordano. Michael Giovanoli. Bernard Frederick.
You're an engineer for GE.
Allison Reynolds. Kelsey Meyer. Samantha Schatz. Elizabeth Sullivan. Isabella Ivas. Aaron McHugh. Julia Romano. Calla Chenault. Caitlin Marsden. Julia Post. Nicholas Colucci. Christopher Fortino. Kyle Masarwa. Alex Skelly. Sean Billies. Sam Kapner. Matthew Mojica. Jordan Tarabakia. Fernando Barahona. Douglas Pilotowski.